Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Cookierun Tower of Adventures with me, Altroy Galcon, and in this episode I'm going to show you my experience fighting against Celeus in Champions Raid with the light element. If you like this kind of content, then be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to ring the bell so you will not miss out on anything that I put on this channel. Everything is free, you don't need to pay, and by subscribing you make this channel grow and flourish even more, which makes me happy so I can create more content for you to watch. So, in the last episode where I covered this particular boss fight in Champions Raid with the fire element, that wasn't going so well. So in this episode, I'm hoping that my luck is far better compared to the previous video. And besides, my roster, the light cookies I have, it's quite powerful. Not exactly as powerful as in the top 1%, but still a powerful cookie to have nonetheless. So I'm using Wizard Cookie. This is my favorite cookie to play as of right now. And all of my teammates are using Lemon Zest Cookie, which is a good news bad news situation because a Lemon Zest Cookie is by far the best DPS cookie in this game. So hopefully this kind of composition will bring me an excellent result. The bad news is I'm not as protective as if someone is using Lemon Cookie, because Lemon Cookie provides shield just like how Crush Pepper did. So if I got knocked out at any point during this fight, it's going to be really bad. Now at this point you might have realized that if you take a look at the right side of the screen, you might have realized that I have a decent amount of scores. That this is not the first time that I actually tried to beat this particular boss fight in Champions Raid. This is my second run. The first run wasn't so great, basically, to put it what happened in the LDR version. I don't know, I don't think that kind of content is going to be worthwhile, at least for the moment. Maybe at some point I can make a compilation of it. So the scheduling might change in the future, although it is still related to Cookierun Tower of Adventures content. And coming right up, it's the part where we got transported into a different area in order to fight Lemon. And I just realized when I record this video that in this particular Champions Raid, Lemon actually fights in two forms. If you go to the left, you fight the black Lemon version, which is the Lemon version if Lemon takes a lot of damage, and the right part, which is the default Lemon version. Anyway, I do really need to pay attention to my health because I don't have a lot of them left. Right, time to see our teammates who are currently fighting against another Lemon on the other side, and let's just hope that I do not die because that will be really embarrassing. Oh look, they are about to be done against the boss fight and I just cast a spell at the same time as the boss died. Right, time to go back into the Celeus boss fight, and I hope that I could manage this very little health that I have and manage to, you know, not dying. Because that will be really bad and I have to rely on my teammates to realize that I was getting knocked out and oh god, I actually died. Okay, I have to rely on my teammate to resurrect me. Okay, thank you. Okay, I have to make sure I don't die again. Oh come on, that's just cheating. I was just alive for like 3 seconds and I died again, so yeah. Okay, thank you my friend, and let's hope that I don't die for the third time because it will take forever for me to get resurrected again. It will be really useful if someone did use Lemon Cookie, because if someone did use Lemon Cookie, then I would not have died at that particular moment. Now, can I beat the 40 million point barrier? Because there is something that I want to show you which Micmac actually teases when revealing this particular boss fight as the Champions Raid boss fight. And coming right up, it's the part where I want to show you that. And coming right up is the third part of this particular boss fight, and given the time of only 35 seconds, I don't think that I will reach the fourth part of this particular boss fight. Anyway, here's the part that I want to show you. So I need to take cover here by using the shield that was provided by the game. If I don't, then I will take a lot of damage, and like that guy who just gone absolutely wrecked. But you might have noticed that there are a specific number of people who can enter this particular shield. At some point in this particular part, the game will give you, I would call it like a fake shield, in which you choose a place where you can protect yourself from the Celeus attack, only to find out that the shield that you're supposed to take cover is totally fake. And you have to go the other part of the map to get into the correct shield, so you can protect yourself against the attack from Celeus. Anyway, let's now move on into the next part of this video, which is I'm going to fight this boss fight once again, but this time by using Lemon Zest Cookie. So, the second and final run for this video, I am using Lemon Zest Cookie, which is the strongest cookie that I have in my arsenal. And currently, the only cookie that I have apart from Candy Drop Cookie, who's managed to go beyond 60,000 power point barrier. And with the strongest cookie that I have, let's see if I could get a better score than I have when I fight with Wizard Cookie in the previous part for this video. Is it at this point when I suddenly realized that the Celeus version that I'm fighting in this particular game mode is the version where Celeus has already taken a lot of damage, just like how Lemon did. Oh yes, you might notice that there is someone who is using Lemon Cookie, and I'm really grateful that someone did use Lemon Cookie, because Lemon Cookie provides shields just like Crushed Pepper Cookie. So there will be a less chance of me getting knocked out and rely on my teammate to pay attention and wait for them to do the resurrection part. At this point, I'm still quite confident that I will surpass my previous score with Wizard Cookie. That is of course assuming that no one dies at any point during this particular boss fight all the way until the very end. With that sentence out of the way, there is nothing left that I could say about this boss fight because I've simply said pretty much everything. So enjoy this fight, and I'll see you right at the very end of this particular boss fight. So yeah, it's at this point I realized that maybe the score isn't as big as I would have liked to see it. If everyone did manage to stay alive until the very end of this particular boss fight, it is most likely that I scored better compared to the previous run with Wizard Cookie. Anyway, that is it for today. I'm Alsroy Galcon, signing it off, and I'll see you on the next episode. Take care, stay safe, and I'll catch you next time.